Good evening, good night, good morning, whatever time zone you're in. You're tuning in to the wonderful Chit Chat Chew Show podcast with your co-host Uno and
Aisha, also known as Jade. Hello, everyone, wherever you are globally. What's going on, good people?
what's happening?
What's up?
What's up,
What's
everybody?
up? What's up? Okay.
Right, all right.
You was listening to Solange? Yeah, we was in here
Look.
vibing and chilling.
Right. Let me just say, I got to side note this because listen, you gotta be good if you take my mind off of what I'm going through and actually having a good day. You must got a good album. Okay, so I'm gonna have to shout it out. I'm sorry. Since Jada already done said her name, please check out Solange's album. Okay, I had a brain fart. When I Get Home. Okay, her album's called When I Get Home. This is a follow-up to her first one, A Seat at the Table. It's a definitely it's really the same content, but she mixed a lot of other things in the content. But for the most part, the content is still, similar, but the sound is like different. Like she's experimenting on this one, but it's still glued together. Like everything was cohesive. Every track was cohesive. And especially for Black people, you can resonate with a lot of the things she's saying in the songs and the message that she put out there. But really the songs are just jamming. I mean, she got the whole 1970s vibe, psychedelic, funk, R&B, soul, hip hop, rap. She mixed it all, but it all meshes well the way she put it together. It's an all jamming album.
It's definitely dope. It's definitely dope.
And look, that is an amazing album. I love that album. Like I've been playing that album for 2 days straight. Now I don't really do that for everybody's album, but if I do that, if I listen to an artist and I can play your songs for 2 days straight, that says a lot about your music. Because a lot of people said that, not just me. There's people that have been playing her album 2 days straight since it came out. For one, everybody was so anticipating for her to come back and drop another dope ass album. So she did that.
She did it.
I love it. I love the album, man. Like my top 3, as far as I'm concerned, right now. I mean, I got a lot of favorite ones, but the ones that I continuously play is Anderson .Paak's Oxnard album, Smino Noir album, Noir, Noir album. So Smino's album and Solange's album. Those are my top 3. We're talking about being different, creative, eclectic. Like they have their own unique sound that can't be duplicated. Everybody's not doing what they're doing. They on their own wave. That's their wavelength. And I appreciate the music that they bring to the table. So I wanted to shout her out. So please go check out Solange's new album, When I Get Home.
All right for being hype about it, but it is worth being hype. It's dope.
Put me in a good mood. That's a very good thing.
That's a plus. Okay, right. I definitely got hit, turned on to her as well. Haven't had 2 days of it, but I'm sure I'm gonna have it on replay for real. So yeah, it's nothing like some vibing to some good music, whatever that looks like for you, that takes you out of that negative space into a more positive, relaxed space as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Harmonious, spiritual, going to the space stars and the moon.
That's right up my alley, being a Pisces, because I'm dreamy and want to be in another planet, not here. And so I'm sure I will totally identify with it.
That's exactly where her music took me.
Like,
That's something you can just be at home, get in tune.
Right, just on some organic, natural, blissful type of thing. So yes.
It's not trash. Like,
right.
It's R&B down here just like But that is just a special project at its own. It doesn't compare. Sorry.
Right.
With 2019, no. Right, and it's crazy because her and Beyonce is on 2 different wavelengths.
Absolutely.
I prefer Solange. No disrespect to Beyonce, I just prefer Solange.
I hear you. So Yes. So thank you for tuning in. Chit Chat Chew Show podcast. You already know who we are. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Ain't changed.
Thank you for tuning in live if you do.
Right, absolutely. So we're going to get into the topics that we're going to discuss tonight. The first one will be James Ingram's death, okay? The second one will be Kristoff St. John's death as well. The third topic will be Jaden Smith helps to supply clean water to Flint, Michigan. So he's actually collaborating with the church and organizations to make that happen. That is so dope when I seen that. Like, I'm like, damn, it took him of all people. Not that I'm surprised, but it's kind of like you just didn't expect that. Like you would think all these conscious rappers or rappers who got some smarts would have came up with something like that, but he's the only one that really stepped up to the plate and really trying to put forth the effort to really help the people in Michigan. So my hat's off to Jaden. I respect Jaden.
Absolutely.
I respect his music too because I love his music, man. I feel like he's a dope artist. I think people just overlook him because of things that he's doing in the public eye that they overlook the music a lot, but I'm glad he's getting his recognition that he deserves. It's been a long time because I've been listening to him since 2014, 2015. Yeah, I think it was 2014. Might be 2013. But when he got to a certain age, when he got to a teenager, I really started getting into Jaden Smith, and I just been listening to him since, like. And people are just now catching on to the wave. Like, I've been on the wave. Before people caught on the wave everybody was on the wave all of a sudden 2017. Like, I've been on his wave since 2013, 2014. But, yeah, so shouts out to him. And then the last thing we're doing is this, we're doing Theophilus Carter. He's a prison inmate right now. He's a current prison inmate who scored an opportunity to star in the film called OG with Jeffrey Wright. So I definitely want to see that. I look forward to actually looking at that. So I'm going to see what that's about.
Okay.
Those are the 4 topics
we're talking
about for tonight, okay?
And thank you in advance for those that listen to the replay as well. We don't want to not recognize you guys as well. So make sure if you're going to tune in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay.
Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to get into the first article. We're going to talk about James Ingram's passing. And if you didn't know, now you know. Yes, he did pass. All right. So this is coming from Variety.com. It reads, James Ingram, one of the biggest stars of R&B music in the 1980s and 90s, and a double Grammy winner and 2-time Oscar nominee, has died at age 66. Longtime friend Debbie Allen confirmed the news on Twitter. I have lost my dearest friend and creative partner, James Ingram, to the celestial choir, she wrote. He will always be cherished, loved, and remembered for his genius, his love of family, and his humanity. I am blessed to have been so close. We will forever speak his name. Another dear friend has made his transition, Gladys Knight said in a statement. James Ingram, a voice to be recognized and revered, a wonderful human being full of joy, truly deep, heartfelt condolences to his wife and his family. He'll be missed, and may he now rest peacefully. Ingram's first #1 pop hit was 1982's Baby Come to Me, a duet with Patty Austin. He again topped the chart in 1990 with I Don't Have the Heart. He was well known for his soundtrack work, most notable a duet with Linda Ronstadt on Somewhere Out There for the 1986 animated film An American Tale. It reached #2 on the pop charts and won a Grammy for Song of the Year, with the award going to songwriters James Horner and Cynthia Weil. Ingram was nominated for 14 Grammy Awards from 1982 through 1996, winning 4 male vocal R&B performance for 100 Ways and for R&B performance by a duo group for his collaboration with Michael McDonald, Ya Mo Be There. Amongst his other Grammy nods was a nomination for Best New Artist. Look at you coming in your head.
Yeah. If you know anything about James Ingram, that was like one of my good songs. I won't say favorite, but it was one of my songs I liked. Be There.
Was he one of your favorite artists?
No, I'm not going to say he was my favorite artist, but
I said one of your favorites.
So back in the day, I definitely liked him. But I'm not gonna say he was a favorite, but he was definitely one of the ones I liked. Yeah, yeah. I like James Ingram. Like if you was from that era or you had that old soul that you know who James Ingram was. Yeah.
His Oscar nominations for Best Original Song came in 1994 through 95 for his theme songs from Beethoven's Second and Junior. He was a co-author with Quincy Jones of one of the Michael Jackson's biggest hits, PYT, which is short for Pretty Young Thing. He re-teamed with Jones and Jackson when he appeared in We Are the World, all-star charity video and single. One chart toppers for Ingram included 1984's What About Me, a collaboration with Kenny Rogers and Kim Carnes that reached #1 on the adult contemporary chart, and The Secret Garden, Sweet Seduction Sweet. Ooh, boy, that was the jam.
That was the jam, because wasn't that with him and Elderbar, Barry White, and
I'll Be Sure. Wasn't he on that?
I'll Be Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's still the jam.
Yes.
Shoot. Okay. I was a little booger then though, so. But I do remember the song because my mama used to play it so much, so I do remember. A cut from Jones' Back on the Block album that went #1 at R&B in 1990. A native of Akron, Ingram had been a session keyboard player and singer in Los Angeles before getting his big break when Jones heard one of his demos and asked him to sing several songs on his The Dude album, which was so popular it led to Ingram getting a Best New Artist Grammy nomination before he even had an album of his own out. Jones conveyed his heartbreak in a tweet. There are no words to convey how much love aches with the news of the passing of my baby brother, James Ingram. He wrote, with that soulful whiskey-sounding voice, James was simply magical. He was and always will be beyond compare. Rest in peace, my baby bro. You'll be in my love forever. Before going solo, Ingram was a member of the 1970s group Revelation Funk, which is renewed primarily for a brief appearance in the 1975 cult movie Dolomite. Ingram, who was believed to have been ill for some time, had not been prolific in recent years. His last album, Stand in the Light, which had Jones as a co-producer, was released in 2008. Prior to that, he hadn't released an album since 1993. So details on an official cause of death or funeral plans have not been released. And this article came out, let me see where that, okay, January 29th, 2019. That's when this article came out. So again, this is coming from Variety.com. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you on this one. When I saw this come out, when I seen the story come out about James Ingram, I was like, what? Wow, James Ingram? Dang, he passed? Like, wow. I mean, it was just so, like, you didn't expect it. Like,
random. So
yeah, it just came out of nowhere. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Kristoff. You know, what's his name just passed too? What's his name from 91210? He had a massive stroke. Luke Perry.
Oh wow!
He just passed.
Oh my God!
I knew he was gonna pass though because I saw the news for a few days. Like it's been a whole week, and they were saying he suffered from a stroke, and that's what was reported. He was still alive, but they say he just suffered from a stroke. But I like, dang, I don't think he's gonna make it. I knew he wasn't. Then, bam, there it is. I saw it on social media. I'm like, and this is coming through TMZ.
Yeah, so I understand that. Okay, in general, that as we live, we're going to transition. And I get that. It's not always easy.
Right.
It definitely is not always easy. But then the way that my brain is set up, sometimes I think that some of these people are sacrifices for other people.
Yeah.
It may sound a little unorthodox.
But it's not unorthodox.
But I get it. If you guys don't get it, somewhere and somebody is going to step up and we're going to probably see it, because a lot of times, and I understand, he hasn't been out in a while, so, he might not have been doing a whole lot. He might have been having some health challenges or something like that, but it just, sometimes things just don't.
They die in threes.
Sound right, and they
died in threes,
and they die in threes, and it's just crazy. And just speaking in general, just common everyday people. So many people are transitioning. People from my job, they're losing loved ones. I see on Facebook people almost every day someone is losing someone, and I truly believe just being spiritual. Okay, that yes, we are definitely, I do know this, we are definitely in those times. We are in those times right now, those days. That's why you have to live your best life as much as possible, because you never know. You could be the healthiest person. Listen, I've said this a long time ago, and if I didn't, I'm saying it now. When my son was younger, he used to go to do some martial art, right? Some martial art. And this guy was in tip-top shape, okay? He worked out daily, okay? He helped other people, reach their goals and things like that. He worked not only with adults, but he definitely had a focus for kids, to channel their anger and things like that. And I definitely will say martial art is one of those things that will definitely challenge your anger. And it really helped my son at the time, right? So long story short, just one day, my son came home and I can't even remember the guy's name. I hope he's resting in a peaceful place. He just dropped dead.
It could happen.
There was no signs of any health issues, no suicide attempts, anything like that. He just one day dropped dead. So I'm saying that to say, you need to get yourself spiritually protected as best as possible, and you need to just be where you need to be spiritually, because first and foremost, I don't care what you believe in, whatever it is, you just need to get yourself centered and focused and just be spiritual, just be on this spiritual and universal thing. No, you just never know.
No, you're right. I agree with you. And then again, using your discernment is very key too.
Yes.
Because if you're spiritual, then it will come to you clear as far as what you feel, what's going on. You see through the smoke screen. And that's what using discernment is. Discernment is able to dissect, what's put in front of you and not taking it for face value.
Absolutely.
So with these deaths, man, I was on that too, to be honest with you. Yeah. With Jaden, I'm like, wait a minute. I said, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. No,
I'm good.
Oh boy.
Well, you seeing it live right now. It just kind of collapsed on me, but it's all good.
We're over here making a rap song intro.
Right.
Oh
boy. Wow. Ad-libbing. But anywho, yes, you're right. I'll deal with the rest later.
Yeah, they're coming three. So yeah,
because
James Ingram died first, right? And then come behind him is Kristoff St. John, and now Luke Perry.
Luke Perry, didn't know that.
You didn't know about the stroke? Because it's funny because they having a now 0210. They reviving it. You do know that, right? With the original cast members.
Right, I did hear about that. Right.
And but why is he the one that dies?
Somebody about to have a come up.
Somebody is.
And it's going to come up.
It's going to show.
Just give it time. You may not believe it, but if you just kind of get outside of the norm and dig a little deeper with that mind, you will see some things.
You become enlightened. And
these movies too. These movies show you what's happening. I know it may be entertaining to a lot of people. Sometimes some things is just funny and it's like, whatever. It's just a movie. What a good movie.
But what some people don't know is Hollywood works with the government. CIA. Some people don't know that. This is why they're able to put the things. This is why they're able to put certain things in movies, whether that's predicted to come, or a particular message, or symbols, or something that's classified, something that's hidden. All these things they put in movies, they're allowed to do that because, again, they're working with CIA and the government. This is facts. You don't have to believe me. Go research it yourself. This is why you see all this craziness in the movie. You see all these things that you don't really think that would happen or exist. Like you said, it's out here, man. It's out here.
Absolutely.
Like you said, this definitely, you got to pay attention to the movies because it's telling you everything you need to know. And there's no such thing as predictive programming. I know it's called predictive programming, but it's not predictive programming in the sense of it's already pre-planned already. So whatever they want to happen is going to happen the way they see fit.
Mm-hmm.
But they put it out there to the people to make it seem like they're prophetic. But that's false.
Absolutely.
You know, everything is pre-planned, so keep that in mind. And as far as the entertainment industry, nothing's what it seems. I need people to understand this. Like you said, I understand too that people die natural death, that people have natural causes. I get that. However, entertainment is a whole different realm. So anything that happened is not by accident. Nothing. I'm sorry. Nothing. You have to question it. Everything. The things that they put in the news about these stars, you know, whatever they put out and to say what they died from, you can't believe that. You have to actually look beyond what they're telling you. They only put out there so people won't look into it or pay attention to what's really going on with the situation or that person. So no, you can't take it for face value. Everything in entertainment has a purpose. It's all ritualistic. It's all satanic. It's all about sacrifices. That's what the entertainment is set up on. So if someone dies not because the creator wanted that to happen. That's because the ruler of this world, Lucifer, wanted it to happen.
Right. And
I mean,
and you're right. And they show these in the movies as well. Like they do this, you know, and I feel like for individuals, and this is just a general statement. Hey, Sierra, what is going on?
What's up, Sierra?
It's nice
What's
to
up?
see you.
What's
Okay,
happening?
girl, haven't seen you in a minute.
I know.
But I know she was on this challenge thing the last time I think I
Which
saw
challenge?
her live. That if she wasn't it Sierra, if you could be off of Facebook for a year, might be
I'm already on the
a
challenge.
financial blessing someone could have gotten. I don't know. Anyway, I might be wrong, but it's good to see you. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate you. I hope you and your family are doing well.
Yes, absolutely.
Like I totally agree. For individuals in general who say that they spiritual, you should know this. It's not being ignorant, it's not being mean, it's not being disrespectful, but I'm saying when you are spiritual, when you are opening that third eye, the chakra, being aligned, being conscious, you begin to see things that perhaps other people don't see.
Right.
And so, hey, right.
You know how the girl
LOL, right.
You're like, hey. I just look so goddamn gay right now.
Yes, you did. Look at all fruit. Like, look at me. But it's natural for me. Because I just be around the queens, honey. But, yes. But, seriously, like, you have to start looking at things just past, just like face value. Like, dig deeper. Probably some of you don't do it because it might be frightening for you. I don't know. But listen.
People are hypnotized by these celebrities.
Yes, they are.
They're so absorbed and obsessed, and they idolize and worship these people that they feel these people can do no wrong, and they can't believe the things that they are capable of.
It's mesmerizing.
Right.
I mean, you know, all of that they have, like the fame and the money and the prestige and the fashion, and there's lots of peer pressure for not only.
But that makes them blind, though.
Right, it makes them blind. It's peer pressure for everyone, adults, the millennials, the young adults. You know, the kids coming up. They see all this and they like, I want it.
Yeah.
A lot of them. I want it.
And the people who follow these celebrities, not even the kids, but people who look up these celebrities and really take the time out of their lives to invest in what these celebrities doing, they're just as bad.
Right, because behind closed doors, you truly don't know what they're going through. Like, seriously.
You don't know what they do.
You don't even know what they do, what they into. Nothing. Right. Seriously.
They can't do no wrong. Nothing.
Okay, I see you laughing. That's right. Okay, they didn't pick you. That's okay, girl.
That's
You still
all right.
awesome.
It's all good.
You still awesome. It don't matter. You still awesome. But yeah, I totally agree. Did you have something?
No, I just want to say I don't take nothing for face value. I don't take nobody's side. I see things for what it is. And if the truth comes out about someone, then okay, that's what it is.
Right. And for me too. I'm like, if I can take, I hear them, and if I can take a little something that they say,
that's fine.
And have my twist and move forward with it, it's all good, because I do not idolize none of these celebrities, pastors, senseis, mentors,
these notable conscious conscious community people.
I just don't do it, because you can get mentally trapped in this. You can get hypnotized, and you don't have to be like through television, through music. I mean, I'm very, very selective about music, and even when I hear music, like I take it in a precautious way if I'm making any kind of sense, and I just keep moving.
Cause you want to vibe on a certain frequency.
Exactly. Right. And that is my passion, to fry. Exactly.
Because you don't want to poison your soul either. You don't want to poison yourself. So you do right. You have to be careful with the music that you intake in.
Absolutely.
You really have to be careful.
Absolutely.
Sierra said, yeah, it's really sad. Grown people idolizing these folks.
Exactly. Man. Like you need
don't
to
idolize nobody.
Exactly. Like you need to get yourself together. Like, why don't you focus
on your own life?
Focus on your own life. Be the God in you, so to speak.
Yeah.
Be the God in you.
I'm trying to figure out, do they write this hard for their own family members?
Right.
Because I doubt y'all do.
Because on social media, on the train, on the bus, there are so many people who, I mean, the way that the conversations are going, you act like they be at their house right then and there. Like, if you say anything against the well-known celebrities, like, they really be in their feelings on social media. They be wanting to fight you. Like, did you sleep with the sister? Like, I'm serious. Like, they be really wanting to like fight you over these people
because you
have an opinion. And guess what? Some of them are my family members. I really don't care. I don't get involved with them. I didn't get involved with them when I was growing up. I'm not getting involved with you now that I'm an adult, because I don't care. I don't care. So apparently and clearly,
I do it right and wrong.
Right.
That's me.
Exactly. Clearly, like, they're not caring about you, but people are, I say, possessed. I think their asses is possessed, to be honest with you.
That was the word I was looking for. Possessed. People are possessed. People are possessed.
Seriously.
They don't. When you tell them the truth, and I mean the truth could be right in front of their face with all the facts laid out. The information is there to access, and they still don't believe it.
They still be in denial. They still be in
denial. Who does that?
Right. Right, exactly.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know it hurts. It's disappointing, but I mean, it is what it is. You just been hoodwinked. It is what it is, man. You just gotta keep moving forward.
Hey, Steph. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie.
How you doing? Hope you're feeling better. That's all I have to say on that one. So, may I?
Yeah, what's going on, Stephanie?
So I may be repeating myself. That's okay. For those that may have tuned in just now, we're speaking about James Ingram's passing. He transitioned. So James Edward Ingram, who was born February the 16th, 1952, and he transitioned January the 29th, 2019, was an American singer, songwriter, record producer, and instrumentalist. He was a 2-time Grammy Award winner and a 2-time Academy Award nominee for the Best Original Song. And if anybody, whether you seasoned, you young, and you might have grew up in a household that played the oldies or whatever, if you know about James Ingram, if you remember one of his songs, definitely leave it in the comment box. Since beginning his career in 1973, Ingram had charted 8 top 40 hits on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart from the early 1980s until the early 1990s, as well as 13 top 40 hits on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart. In addition, he charted 20 hits on the adult contemporary chart, including 2 number ones. He had 2 number one singles on the Hot 100. The first was a duet with fellow R&B artist Patty Austin. 1982, Baby Come to Me topped the U.S. pop chart back in 1983. I Don't Have the Heart, which became his second number one in 1990, was his only number one as a solo artist. So he was born in Akron, Ohio. He transitioned, because I don't like that word die for whatever that reason is, but he transitioned at the age of 66 in Los Angeles, California. Years active, it was from 1973 to 2019. He had a spouse, and her name was Deborah Robinson, which they married in 1975. His genres was R&B, pop, and soul. The labels was Quest and Entering, and associated acts was Ray Charles, Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson, and Anita Baker. So, in between these hits, he also recorded the song Somewhere Out There with fellow recording artist Linda Ronstadt for the animated film An American Tale. The song and the music video both became gigantic hits. Ingram co-wrote The Day I Fell in Love from the motion picture Beethoven's Second back in 1993, and singer Patti Smith's Look What Love Has Done from the motion picture Junior, which is back in 1994, which earned him nominations for Best Original Song from the Oscars, Golden Globes, and Grammy Awards in 1994 and 1995. So just want to give that little bit. This is going to be posted if you want to further read. Again, whether you was a seasoned old head or you was, again, in that household where you heard them throwbacks, if you remember James Ingram, definitely leave a song that you honestly remember. Don't put it up there if you never heard, because we ain't trying to hear all that. If you
come to me. That's one of them, correct?
Right, but it sounds like you singing.
I might be wrong.
I forgot.
Let me stop.
Okay, anywho, so yeah, that came from Wikipedia. So yeah, much peace, and hope he's in a better place.
No, yeah.
You know, hope he's in a better place.
Brother,
definitely,
man.
Definitely.
It's crazy out here. People dying left and right. I mean, like you know, me and Jay had a personal discussion just about people that she know of that's had people that passed away, and then people that I know of, folks they know passed away. So it's just like we're living in our last days, man. It's just
absolutely,
the world is just crazy. And then it seems like life is getting shorter and shorter. That's just what it is. And it just goes to show, man, you have to appreciate life. You only got one, you got one body, you know, so once you're gone, that's it.
Absolutely.
There's no coming back.
Gotta live your best life.
And stay around
stay away from the negativity.
Stay away.
I'm so serious. Stay away from that negativity.
You don't need it, man. I mean, you wasting time. You wasting valuable, precious time. There's other things you can be doing with your life. The thing is, your life, your personal life, it should be a purpose. You should live your purpose here. Serve your purpose while you're here. Don't waste it on nonsense. That's all I want to say to that.
Okay. Sierra said, exactly. They're human too. Got to be able to think for self.
Yeah. Girl, I said it like she said it. Folks in shade room comments ready to fight. Oh, I know.
Girl, they be ready to throw them hands for real.
It don't be that serious. Like y'all really know these people. And then some of them trying to sound right in the comments in the situation. Like they try to sound right in the conversation. Say, oh, I know them. I met them a few times. It was cool. Or you know, I've known them for this such time, but you're not with them 24/7, bro. You're not with them 24/7.
I don't care if you didn't meet them at a damn concert. So
or you knew them for 3 years.
Or
so
you
what?
may have known them. Okay, that was then. You don't know how they live their life now.
Right.
So I'm gonna need for y'all to stop D-riding.
Right.
Yeah.
You're D-riding.
You D-riding.
You riding the wave too much. It's okay to be a fan. It's okay to love people's music. It's okay to like their image or whatever the case is, but those people is not perfect.
Not at all.
Them people are not perfect at all. They're just like you and me. They make mistakes.
Absolutely.
They flaw like an MFer. They flaw.
Right, exactly. Like you see the mask when they're out in the public for us all to see, right? But again, when they get home, we don't know what they go through, what they doing, what they engaging in. Who knows?
We don't know.
I can only imagine because nothing really surprises me with
in
people.
entertainment. I'm not surprised at what they do.
Nothing.
I don't put them past nobody, including the dead ones. Yes, I said the dead ones. They all done stuff, and that's not being disrespectful to the dead because that's the first thing people want to throw out there. No.
Disrespectful.
But that's the acts they decided to partake in. So now it's my fault calling it out. Now it's my fault. But that's what they partaked in when they was alive.
See how the universe just got.
No, you're not gonna shut me up though.
Got a little in your throat.
Yeah, universe.
In
you
your
can't
throat.
shut me up on this one.
He got me too in my throat.
What all I'm saying is, man. I mean, you gotta be biased, man. You gotta
have some kind of open mind. You can't just be stuck and stupid all your life.
You gotta think for yourself. Use critical thinking. And stop ready to fight over Beyonce and Tupac. Because I know I posted quite a few posts on Instagram when I was heavily on Instagram, how people really got offended by what I was saying. But I mean, what I posted. But I mean, it's the truth. He the one that did it. So now I'm the bad guy because I post what he did, and it's the truth. Nobody wants to see it or hear it. Everybody has a rebuttal. So, but yeah, you want to fight over Beyonce and Tupac and Nicki Minaj? Like, I mean, come on, people. You look dumb. You look really dumb.
God forbid, right? If you say that you like her sister Solange better than Nicki, than Beyonce, or exactly, or she's a great entertainer. She knows how to market herself, but she's not the best singer. Oh boy, shut the front door. They be ready to want to curse you out, honey. I love that challenge. But actually, no, for real, what I do is I just block you because I don't even have time to give you my good energy that I have.
I ain't gonna lie, I give people the energy.
Sometimes I have, and sometimes I don't. Like,
I know I've done a lot of times.
Like just recently, not that long ago, somebody who I was supposed to have on my show, my own personal Aisha Speaks Jade, and that troll tried me. So I just had to delete her. Yes, I said it. I said what I said, even though I deleted it. I had a trigger moment. And I let it out.
What made you delete it? Why you just?
Well, you know what? I mean, like I said before, like I said on that the updated video that I had did. I don't apologize for what I said. Sure don't.
But your delivery.
But my delivery, because I am in business, right? I am in business, and I want to, uphold myself to the best person that I can be, especially in business. But I definitely don't take back what the fuck I said about him. Sure don't.
Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, now damn, I don't gotta start. Wait a minute. Okay.
Don't be laughing, Sierra girl. Don't be laughing.
Man.
But seriously, like it all, like my delivery, I had to change that up. And I'm a big enough woman that, I apologize for that because I do have viewers that see me not only on Chit Chat Chew, but I should speak shade and anything else that I do. Yeah. But the delivery, yes. What I said about it, heck no.
I need to work on that.
I'm a work in progress.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm bad at my delivery. I do not care how it comes off. To be honest with you.
I mean, there's times I don't.
I don't give a damn. I mean what I say.
You catch me. I mean what I say.
No, I'm not saying to you. I'm saying me.
You catch me in person. Because people see this and they're like, oh, Jay, she's so nice. And
yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you say
about that.
So yeah, y'all gone with y'all Beyonce mess and y'all Tupac mess. Can't say nothing bad about Tupac. Don't say he's gay or bisexual or he's a fake thug or he's not really from California or he's not portraying that his image is not real. Don't say all those things. Or his whole career is a fraud. Don't say that. Or he's not a revolutionary. And all these other elements that you throw in there. Boy, talk about coming at your neck.
Right. Oh, and let's talk about sitcoms. Let's not say that Real Housewives of Atlanta is just the birds. Let's not say anything negative because people take offense so quickly and they take it so personal. And when you say and when you tell people, oh, I don't look at like those reality shows at all, or I don't look at them anymore, they think something wrong with you because you don't, because you want to stimulate your mind in a different way. Not to say that people that watch it is something wrong with them, because it's your preference. At the end of the day, it's your choice. I'm just saying everybody's not feeling that.
Everybody's on the same.
If you say that you like to educate yourself by reading or economics, building wealth for your family, investment, they think something wrong with you.
Right.
Why?
There's nothing wrong. I mean, that's just not your way. That's not the frequency you're on.
Right. Or that you don't club it like every day.
I can't do
Why?
it. I can't do it.
Why? I want to invest my money into stocks and wealth and giving back into the community and things like that, building on my family.
And if you're going to go out, you want to do something fulfilling that's going to feed your soul.
Right. Don't get it twisted. I do like to go out, but I'm just saying I don't have to
club every weekend.
Club every day or every weekend. That's just, I know how to turn it up other ways.
Right.
I know how to now be more so on a natural high. Not to say that I don't mind a social drink every now and again, but I'm in a different space, mind space. Okay. Absolutely. That's where I'm at. I want my family and the generations to come to be set up right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because there's too many kids out here that don't know how to read, but they know how to rap.
Yeah.
But when you put a book in front of them, they can't read.
Nor
can they fill out a job application, open up a bank account, or go to the credit union, things like that. Okay, they don't know how to do, but they can do the rap and they can have their pants down to their ankles, and that includes the females as well. So I just say I know where my priorities are. No judgment to anybody else. I just know where my priorities are. So, anywho, I want to get to Kristoff St. John, his death. Okay, so he transitions. Okay, he transitioned, and hopefully he's in a better place as well. So, the young and restless star Kristoff St. John, he's dead at 52. The cause is deferred. But did they say something like he committed suicide or something like that?
That's what they said. That's the report that came out. That's the
report that came out.
Right.
Because I know that, he did lose his son.
Yes, he did.
Didn't he lose his son to suicide?
Absolutely.
He lost his son to suicide. So, the young and restless star, Kristoff St. John, dies at the age of 52. The young and restless star was found dead at the age of 52. Police suspect he may have died after an alcohol overdose. So his attorney, Mark, confirmed the actor's death, saying in an email, "Sadly, we can confirm. The LA County Department of the Medical Examiner Coroner Public Information Officer Sarah said that St. John was pronounced dead at home in Woodland Hills on Sunday. The actor's cause of death has been deferred pending additional investigation after an autopsy was completed Monday, according to the coroner's official website. Officer Rosero of the LAPD said police responded to an incident Sunday in the San Bernardino Valley area where a person was pronounced dead. She could not confirm the name of the deceased. We did respond yesterday at 2:05 on Maury Way for a possible alcohol overdose, and that's going to be a coroner's case. Okay, so US Today has reached out to medical examiner's office for some more information. St. John had played the character of Neil Winters since 1991 on the long-running CBS daytime soap opera. So, if you remember Young and the Restless when your mother or your grandmother or your aunt was watching this stuff, let us know if you remember the throwback Young and Restless, because I know I certainly do.
I used to watch that back in the day.
Used to watch it even when I didn't want to watch it. Okay, so
did you watch All My Children?
Now, All My Children, I loved. I did that on. That was my own thing.
Susan
All My Children,
Lucci, man.
Susan Lucci. Do you remember that big wedding that they had with the All My? Wasn't that
back in the day?
The back in the day.
I think I do
All
remember.
My Children.
I think
it was Luke and her.
Yeah, I think
that was it, with the long gown that she had.
Really
that was like the wedding of the time back then. So yeah. So CBS and Sony Pictures, the studio that produces The Young and Restless, released a joint statement about St. John's death. The news of Kristoff St. John's passing is heartbreaking. He was a very talented actor and an even better person. For those of us who were fortunate enough to work with him on The Young and Restless, for the last 27 years, he was a beloved friend whose smile and laugh made every day on the set a joy and made the audience love him. On behalf of the Young and Restless cast and crew, CBS and Sony Pictures Television, we offer our heartfelt sympathy to his family and loved ones, especially his two daughters, Paris and Lola. The actor was nominated 9 times for Daytime Emmy Awards, and he won 10 NAACP Image Awards. He also had roles in the 1990s on a variety of sitcoms, including Martin, The Cosby Show, Living Single, and The Jamie Foxx Show. So I don't remember him on Jamie Foxx, but I certainly remember him on Martin, Cosby, and Living Single.
I think I do recall seeing him on Jamie Foxx Show.
I don't recall that.
Because I used to watch Jamie Foxx Show.
I used to watch the Jamie Foxx Show too. Like all those throwbacks back in the day, man.
The Wayans Brothers.
Like, right.
L. Cool J had a show.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Harvey show.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Townsend had a show. It was so many.
And then that family, I think that was wasn't Jussie Smollett's like daughter in that show with the brothers and sisters. Yeah. So all the throwbacks, like
Sister
seriously.
to Sister. Raven Simone show. I mean, yeah, it was so many.
227. Oh my God, you remember 227?
The
Jefferson, of course. My Good Times. Love
my
Good Times. Oh my God.
Sanford and Son. Too.
Yes, Sanford and Son. Oh, okay.
Uh-oh, we finna get lit.
Oh, okay, we tripping. Okay.
We lit over here.
Okay, we just having fun. That's what it's about. Yeah, come on now. Yeah. Okay, so yes. So St. John's son, Julian St. John, died of an apparent suicide back in 2014 while in a mental health facility. And it's been told that, since then, like Kristoff has not really been the same since then. And there's no judgment. I don't know the whole story on why he was put in a mental health facility. That is not for me to judge. So
with a lot of mental problems.
A lot of mental problems, right?
He had a lot of demons he was facing.
Right. So suicide loss survivors, after death of a loved one, they face increased risk of suicide themselves, which is very true in a lot of cases. Some do. They just never seem to, like jump back, especially again when they lose a loved one, and particularly like, their children or their child. So on January 21st, St. John retweeted a tweet about the loss of a child that reads, and I quote, "Grieving the loss of a child is a process. It begins on the day your child passes and ends the day the parent joins them." End quote. He also responded to the tweet writing, "Never a truer word was spoke. Thanks for posting this." So the actor took a leave of absence from The Young and Restless October of 2017 to undergo psychiatric treatment after a reported scare with regards to his mental health, according to Entertainment Weekly. No parent should ever have to bury their child, and for those who do, it is a nightmare that haunts you forever. That was the ex-wife Mia St. John. She said in a statement to Entertainment Tonight, "The death of our beloved son Julian has taken a toll on both of us. He is an actor, and while he may appear whole on the outside, his heart is broken. As a society, we need to start taking mental health seriously and realize that no one is immune." St. John was set to be wed, announcing in September that he was engaged to model Ksenia Mekhaleva. So he posted a photo of the engagement ring with the caption, "She said yes." So that's pretty much
you see the story
of Lou Perry.
Yeah. Like I was just saying.
OMG.
Yeah.
Yes. How ironic.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, let me just say this from 2 points, because sometimes I believe that people, just the way my mind is set up, sometimes
thinking it.
Sometimes I do believe that people, sometimes I know that people, things like this, it can naturally happen. The celebrities, that whole world, don't have to be a part of it. But then on the other side of my brain, I think, was he sacrificed as well? For what? I have no idea. But I do know one thing for sure. Mental health is definitely something serious. It is definitely something serious. A lot of people like, oh, well, all of y'all are looking for attention.
Yeah, people always say that.
No, stupid.
It's so ignorant.
No, stupid. We're not. There's really some things that we are battling and challenging and going through. Right. A lot of us come from different traumas in our life. So mental illness or mental disorder is definitely real. That I do know.
And operating and navigating through life also can add on to your mental health too.
Mm-hmm.
Just so people know, it's not just traumas, but even present things can add on.
Right, because you don't have to have
what you're going through.
Exactly, because you don't have to have a diagnosis to commit suicide.
That's true. Yeah.
All of us are not sitting around being homeless
and hopeless,
and it could just be a lot of factors.
Right.
So I still need people to get themselves educated, because you sound very stupid when it comes to the whole mental illness and suicide and PTSD and all the different diagnoses that they have, and thinking that everybody is looking for all of this attention, and saying that mental illness is not real, and if we go to church and get in this circle and throw oil and all this other stuff on us, the holy water, that we're going to it's all going to go away. No. If anything, I would be really scared to want to be back in church, and that's just my opinion from personal experience. I don't dislike. It's not like I can't go in church, but I just choose my life. I'm grown. I'm not joining nobody's church. Quite honestly, I think a lot of my undiagnosed things that went on, church contributed to that as well. And I know some people might listen to this replay and be like, I can't believe she said it. Well, guess what? I'm grown. I can say what I want. That's my feeling. Okay. So I'm not saying that I didn't get a foundation to get me where I'm at, but let me tell you, there's so much that's going on in churches now. Maybe not all of them, but enough of them. There's so much that's going on in churches. You hear these pastors, they're sleeping with these young boys, young girls, adult women, adult men, okay?
Little girls, little boys.
Little girls, little boys. And then you have the nerve to talk about how homosexuality is a sin. Well, do you not think what you're doing, you're a pedophile?
It's the same thing. So it's a sin too.
Sin. Okay?
Sin is sin. Period.
Sin is sin. I sin. But guess what? That's between me and my creator.
Why are we putting another sin over another sin like one is greater than
the other? So we all sin.
So you're measuring people's like
right.
You know,
like their level of sinness and shit.
Yeah, like why are you measuring that?
Right. We all sin, whether you do the act, whether you think it, whether you speak it. Like
it doesn't matter. Stop measuring people's acts.
Exactly.
I mean, everybody does what they do, man. Everybody has a good and bad side. I mean, that's being a human being.
Absolutely.
We're not perfect at all. We all do things.
People who, people
everything that's a part of us, we just do things.
We do things, So go ahead. Sierra said,
gotta be careful on social media for real. It's a gift and a curse. It's really easy to get sucked into negative energy. Oh yeah, because hey, well, Sierra, I don't know if you've seen my post on Facebook before I truly removed myself from Facebook, but in the past, I've always entertained the negative energy because my thing is, it's my opinion. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and can nobody tell me different. I'm going to stand on what I say, what I believe in, and I'm a person, if I feel attacked or I feel like people's not understand what I'm saying, yeah, I'm going to be on the defense, but I try to, now at this point, I try to stay away from a lot of that stuff. I just don't entertain it because people don't really understand you anyway. They're stuck in their ways just like I'm stuck in my ways. But yeah, I mean, you're right, it's really easy to get sucked in that negative energy and not entertain the foolery because Sierra entertaining a lot of foolery on Facebook. I don't know if I come back on there, I might entertain some more foolery. I don't know. It just depends on where my mind is and what my mood is. Because I just have zero tolerance for fuckery anyway. So I don't really be caring what people think, what they say. I don't care. What I say is what I say, and I stick with that. Now, if people say things that, we can really disagree, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about having different opinions, but it's how a lot of times people come out because
delivery.
Yeah, the delivery, or you could just be very opinionated. You might not even be coming off any kind of way. You just speaking. You're not trying to attack anybody. You ain't trying to hurt no one's feelings. You might just be speaking from the heart. People take that personally. So it's like,
oh my God,
damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Right, because you know how people are. They get in there. Oh, I want a person who really, and then when you give them that delivery, they think something wrong with you. Because at work, listen, I have so shifted my whole attitude. I'm not going to even lie to you. I've shifted my attitude, and I'd be like, if you don't want to hear it, then don't even ask me. Like, don't ask me if you don't want to.
That's the part that tripped me out. Why did they? Yeah.
Right. Don't ask me if you don't want to hear what I have to say, my truth, or how I feel. So, like I used to be part of that foolery too. I used to be part of the fuckery. Sure did. Mm-hmm. Especially back in the day, boy, any little thing would trigger me off because I was not in the space where I'm at now. Not to say that I'm perfect, because I'm not, nor do I want to be perfect. I just want to be my best self, be the best Jade or Aisha or Aisha, however anybody want to call me, right? I just want to be my best me. So Where was I going? So where was I going? So yeah, I used to be all a part of that. But you know what? That back in the day, I used to just entertain it like a whole lot more than I do now. But and the reason why is because I was not in the space that I am now. Like, I know I've shifted. I know that I'm getting more aligned. I'm becoming more in tune.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you don't respond to a lot.
I don't respond to a lot anymore.
You just don't speak. You don't say anything. You just block them or you just ignore them.
And that's why
I want to get to your level, Jade. Can you help me get to your level? I'm not there whatsoever.
But a lot of people tend to think that if you do that shift, that you're passive or that you're weak. No, baby, I'm not, because I still will cuss your ass out if you take me there. Okay, I just have to say that.
Hey, wait a minute now. I will cuss your ass out in a minute. Now, don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get this Philly John twisted.
Don't get this Philly John or this Jersey girl fooled up. It's not even like that. But no, seriously, I'm just saying I was in a different space. I'm not there. Where I'm at now is different, and that's why I chose to do an updated video from that one that I had about a couple of weeks ago, because my delivery, I really was giving that person my energy. Again, the delivery, I apologized on. No, not the delivery. Like, not what I said, but...
No, you apologize for the delivery. You just not apologize for what you said.
For what I said. Thank you. So, yeah. Not happening.
I don't apologize for nothing. This is my thing. However I came off, I'm just gonna leave it out in the air. That's me.
I didn't want to leave that.
That's me.
I just did.
I'm just being honest.
No, I already know how you are.
Like no, Jay.
We are the yin and the yang.
Like,
we are.
She understands me a lot more. But I want people to try to understand me. Maybe there's a reason I say the things I say. Every people thought to ask, or not just say things that sound ignorant and then I have to defend myself. Maybe people should ask questions. Maybe people should see what's going on. Maybe people should inquire and try to understand not just what I'm going through, but just on the wavelength, because I'm on a whole different level when I speak truth, when I tell like it is, when I'm being real, when I'm just giving you raw and uncut. It's reasons to everything, but one thing I do, I don't back down and I stand my truth. But once it's out there, I'm not going to delete it. I'm not going to take it back, because that's actually what I meant. Even a delivery. So why should I say sorry or renege on something I did or how I delivered it? If that's how I truly felt, then that's what it is. I'm just going to leave it out there. And I feel like if people don't like it, that's fine. I'm not for everybody. I do get that. I'm not for everybody, and I'm sure I offended a lot of people. I'm sure, but I'm working on that. 2019 is a new year. I've been doing a lot of reflecting. Yes, I have. I do a lot of reflecting. Now that I see there's things I could have done better or approached it in a better way. And really there's the things I'm just not gonna respond to no more. Not now, okay, like an example, like it don't have to be me posting something for someone to comment, even just in general say anything. I'm just gonna be kind of calculated, tactful, selected on what I say this next go around. Even though I want to say it, but I'm just not gonna say it. I'm just gonna be quiet. So there's some things that I realize I do need to work on, because I can't be. Yeah, you right. I mean, yeah, I do have a bad delivery. But I do.
No, but I mean, I understand that, and that's what makes you. Not saying that you can't change up, and me as well, because I'm straightforward. We sometimes, like, not sometimes, we just do some things differently, and that's okay. That's what makes us who we are. And that's okay. But I'm probably worse than she is if you get me there. She didn't see me.
Oh man.
And so
yeah. I thought I was bad. No, she is.
So I'm trying to work on myself, because we don't want to give people our energy, but then again, we're also human, and sometimes it cannot be helped. Like I've said on a post yesterday, I want to connect myself with real, genuine people. if you're still out there on a personal level and on a business level. Because when I tell you that I'm sick, I'm under over people.
Under
I
over.
like that. Yeah, under over people on a personal level. Yes, under over people on a personal level and business. I do not kiss anyone's behind, nor do I look for them to do that for me. What I give to people, that's what I expect back. And I know that's not always going to happen. So I just have to dismiss you. Rather than unfriend you, especially if it's on social media, I just rather just block your ass. Because I don't feel like I'm not going to explain myself. I'm just going to leave you alone because I'm not trying to go back and forth. I have a purpose in life. And for however much longer that I am here on this earth, that's what I want to do my damnedest to fulfill. And as far as in person seeing somebody, probably my mouth is probably much more raw than I am on this show. Ooh. Because that's just what it is. It's just what it is.
Oh, talk about that.
It's just what it is. But yeah,
maybe a trip. I'll say that.
Anyway,
I'll leave it at that. That's all I need to be said.
Anybody that know me, yeah.
You got a mouth on you.
Yeah,
I'm really sassy.
I am. I can be. I can be very nasty. I could be nasty and don't even curse you out and still hurt your feelings because I know me from the past and I know I have grown and I'm trying to continue to grow.
You hit where it hurts without cussing and hooping and hollering and having a different delivery.
Exactly.
You can just say it so calm. You're like, man, what the hell? She just hit my soul. She done did me like that a few times. I ain't gonna lie.
Whatever.
No, I'm being serious.
She be trying me. But anywho.
I do.
But anywho, yes, Sierra, we can never forget Victor and Nikki. Yep, that's it. Right. So you remember them old soaps too. I mean, I know. I have. I grew up on the majority of them. Yep, sure did. Yep. So we're going to go to the next. Your turn.
It's all right. So our last... No.
Okay,
we on Jaden. Okay, I'm jumping the gun here. All right, so Jaden Smith. All right, this is coming from ustoday.com. The headline reads, Jaden Smith's Foundation collaborates with churches to supply Flint with clean water.
Didn't he make like a water, a cannabis water, or just a different kind of water?
I think it's that water that's been out, that just water or something like that.
Okay, I thought it was some type of hemp or cannabis.
Maybe that too.
Might have been. You never know. I mean, hemp and cannabis is the way to go.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying, it does a body good.
It does.
And mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it aids in your health too.
It definitely has benefits for your health and all like, okay.
Absolutely.
No joking, but it does.
No, it does. Really does. Just go research it.
Just research.
So this was published March 2nd, 2019. Jaden Smith honored at inaugural Redford Awards. For decades, actor and activist Robert Redford worked on protecting the environment. Now his nonprofit organization is honoring a new generation of environmentalists to inspire activism in the future. Recording artist, actor, and activist Jaden Smith is the first honoree, December 7th. Flint, Michigan, Jaden Smith Foundation and a church. Excuse me, I had to scratch my, okay. So Jaden Smith Foundation, and there's a church that are working to bring cleaner water to Flint, Michigan. The Rappers Organization and First Trinity Missionary Baptist Church on Friday announced they'll deploy a mobile water filtration system known as the Water Box that reduces lead and other potential contaminants. The 20-year-old Just Goods company collaborated with the church to design and engineer the system. He is the son of Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. The church has distributed over 5 million bottles of water to residents, but bottled water donations are on the the bottle donations are on the decline. Excuse me. Flint has been replacing water lines after lead-tainted water was discovered in 2014. Lead began leaching from pipes after the city tapped the Flint River for drinking water without properly treating it to reduce corrosion. So yeah, that was a short article because this story is still under development still. So right now we just had that little tidbit of information, but I mean, if you want to keep up with what Jaden's doing, just go on USA Today or just follow him on his social media, or some media outlet's gonna report things in the future. So just be looking out for it.
I think that's awesome.
That's really dope, man. I mean, and like I said before, like dang, like of all the people, it took him to do that. All these rappers talking all this real stuff, and they conscious, and they on this blackness thing. I ain't seen none of them talk about Flint or doing anything to help Flint. And here comes Jaden, like he's pretty much in the background, just doing his music and having fun, and he just comes out of nowhere. Well, really, he was actually involved in trying to help the environment, actually, because like I say, he does have a water, and he speaks a lot about insisting in helping the environment, making things better in the world. So this will be another goal on his list now, to help the people in Flint, Michigan. But it's just the fact that it took him, of all people, like, you just didn't expect it, because again, he just, you couldn't tell, because he was so focused on the music and just really doing his own thing and just chilling and having fun and being a creative, that when you decide to do it, just like bam, it's in your face. It's like he was expecting it. I mean, honestly, I expected other rappers. I could name a few, but I just expected them kind of cats to do it quicker than he is. But hey, again, man, you never judge a book by its cover. You just underestimate the people you least expect. Them quiet ones.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And a lot of times you may not have to always put yourself out there. I'm sure that there's plenty of people who do a lot of good, but you'll never know who they are, or what they have done, because they just choose to remain, kind of like anonymous on what they do.
That's true. Yeah, because I mean, they don't want that for like likes or attention. They're just doing it out of the kindness of their heart. They just want to do it to do it. They don't need publicity. They don't need attention. No cameras, lights, no lights, camera action. They don't need none of that stuff. They just want to do it because they want to do it. That's it. That's really how you're supposed to do it. Like, why would you help somebody just to show it off? Say, hey, I helped someone. And that's just really fake to me. Because people do it all the time on social media. Like, okay, you help someone, and what do you want out of this? Like, you want some validation? Because you look real crazy right now. I just don't get it when people do that.
I get it.
I guess.
It's crazy. Okay. So our last and final topic of conversation is Theophilus Carter, a prison inmate who scored an opportunity to star in a film called OG. Okay, and this is coming from the Marshall Project. Okay, so Theophilus Carter and Jeffrey Wright starred in Magdalene Sackler's film OG. And he says, I'm in prison and on HBO. Okay, he's serving time in prison alongside Jeffrey Wright. This was February 28th, 2019. So the new film OG, which stars Jeffrey Wright, and had its television debut on HBO this week, was filmed almost entirely inside Pendleton Correctional Facility, which is a maximum security prison in Indiana. Wright plays a man who has spent decades inside but is about to be released. And in his final days, he takes interest in a young man who has recently arrived. That young man is played by Theophilus Carter, who is serving 65 years for attempted murder and other charges, and was incarcerated at Pendleton when the movie was filmed. The account of working on OG is adapted from interviews with Carter, as well as letters he sent to the film director, Magdalene Sackler. So I heard about the auditions in early 2016 from a chaplain. A film crew was coming to the prison to make a movie, and they were looking for people inside to be in the film. He asked me if I sign up. He said it might be good for me. I had never acted before. When audition day came, I woke up early, a little nervous. I had 2 small roles to read for, and I had read both so many times that I didn't even need the script anymore. I learned on my confidence, and it must have gotten me through, because by the end of the audition, I had been asked to read for more characters, including a major part, Beecher, and the production people were kind of noticeably excited. Excuse me. A few weeks later, I was called into the room where they usually hold parole hearings. Over Skype, the director, Magdalene Sackler, had me read some more and then asked if I wanted to play the role of Beecher. I was shaking inside. I was so happy. It was like being jolted alive back from the dead. I know I've never been dead before, but being dead has to feel like being in prison, because here it feels like you don't matter anymore. This made me feel like I mattered again. Beecher's life was very similar to mine. It was like someone wrote a script about my life and asked me to play myself. Beecher got 50 years and I got 65 years. We were both young, had both gotten into lots of fights in prison, had been both approached by prison gangs about joining them. In the original script, Beecher was younger, but once I was cast, I worked with the director and the scriptwriter. We rewrote the dialogue to make it more realistic, to make it seem like Beecher had been in prison for a few years already, like I had. I read the script over and over. I'm in an open dorm with a lot of people, and I tried to stay away from everybody. I didn't go to the recreation building or the chow hall. I mostly ate commissary food. I didn't want any trouble. I didn't want to be the reason the project didn't succeed. Still, word got around, and people started calling me movie star. I found that acting came naturally to me. When you go into a courtroom, you're in front of a lot of people who don't know you, and you're often wearing a jumpsuit, which makes anyone look like a criminal. But you have to give these people a glimpse of who you are in a short amount of time to show them you're not just the person the affidavit says you are. That's a lot like acting. Before the outside actors showed up, we rehearsed for 4 weeks. Madeline, the director, didn't want us to freeze once the cameras were on. So we didn't rehearse the actual movie scenes. We rehearsed scenes from other movies like John Q and did a lot of improvising. She asked us to improvise an opera about how we spent our morning. We pretended to battle with lightsabers. I told myself, there must be a reason for this. It was to make us comfortable, natural, so that it wouldn't feel like acting once the cameras was rolling. People are usually intimidated to meet me, but the actors who came from the outside weren't. As we filmed, I got to know Jeffrey Wright, and I learned so many things about acting from him that are hard to put into words. I observed him closely, how he prepared for scenes, how he tried to bring out every little emotion. One time he told me to shake my leg during a scene, and it made it so much more intense. Sometimes people mistook Jeffrey for an actual guy in prison, which to me shows how much the outfits matter. The piece of cloth tells people you're guilty. When we filmed the fight scenes, I had to unlearn some of the things I would normally do in a fight because the stunt coordinator said certain things look better on camera. Those 15 weeks were the greatest experience of my life, save for the birth of my son. Now I sit back and wonder, what if I had gotten this opportunity on the streets when I was out at an earlier age? I'm from Hogville, a neighborhood in Indianapolis, where the schools never had plays or drama classes. I grew up around drug dealers, hustlers, crooked cops. Both my parents had drug habits. We were so poor that in winter we used our front porch to keep perishables from going bad because we had no electricity in the house.
Wow.
10 of us would gather around a kerosene heater. The allure of fast, easy money has a major pull when you grow up with nothing. For many years, I thought the street life was the most exciting thing in the world until I met Magdalene Sagler. She discovered a talent in me that I didn't know I possessed. Filmmaking occupied the space in my mind that was previously occupied by the street life. It was a breath of fresh air, and it gave me a sense of hope. That's especially important in a place where most people lose their purpose for living. Making this movie showed that people are willing to give us a second chance. But you also have to be ready for that second chance and take nothing for granted. Shortly after we finished filming, my son was killed on the outside. I'll be dealing with this for the rest of my life.
Wow.
I know he's smiling down on me, and I want him to know that his mom and I love him and miss him. It's powerful to know that I was able to do something positive with my life, something he could be proud of me for while he was still alive. I dedicated the role to him.
Oh,
sweet. Wow. Nam yo ho rin ke kyo. I mean,
wow.
that you know, it's just wow. He comes pretty much from nothing, winds up losing his son, and yet he's able to still try to hold this together the best that he can, you know. And his son was young too, so because this guy looks young, so.
Mm-hmm. I mean, wow. It's just, it just shows you how the things we take for granted, man. That's what it's showing me. And you got to cherish life. You got to cherish your life, man. You got to value it. You can't waste your time.
Absolutely.
It's on thin ice every day. We've got to be here for purpose. We need to be here accomplishing our purpose. Doing something that's going to make a difference. Because, boy, I'm telling you, time
flies. Time flies. It's not waiting on any of us.
Nope.
If you think that your money can buy it, you are asleep.
Have fun with that. Because it ain't buying it.
These well-to-do people, they're paying all this money to preserve their life and or be sent to another planet or
send
whatever.
Somewhere else.
Right. It's not going to happen
unless the creator allows.
Right.
So what you think you going?
When the creator in his universe, divine, Yahshua, however you want to call it, when it's time to go, it's time to go.
That's true. People are trying to prolong their life because they're afraid to die.
Mm-hmm.
People are afraid to die.
They don't want to look. They don't want to have that natural, as well as
and
that.
They're afraid of the unknown because they don't know what's going to happen in the afterlife.
Right.
They don't know what's going to happen after their soul leaves their body. People are afraid. Then you got to look at what's your deeds? What have you done? People are scared of that too because there's some people bad deeds outweigh their good. And people are afraid to die because they know they're gonna suffer. The spiritual world is way more powerful than the physical. Way more powerful. People don't want to experience that at all.
And people don't want to grow old.
No.
And a lot of people pay all this money and they want to look young. This whole fountain of youth thing. They get all of this surgery, face and body and all of that. And
Botox. And, yeah.
I'm not knocking you, but I'm just saying.
Let it go, man. Just let it go.
A lot of people, they really don't want to get old. They don't.
But you're going to get old.
You're going to get old.
That's the natural order of life. You're going to get old. Just like when you come out of a woman's vagina, you're a baby. You come out a baby. And then you transform from a baby to a child. Then you transform from a child to a young teenager. Then you transform from that into adult. And then you go right back to an old person. You actually resort back to being a baby. When you old, you have baby-like ways. Even your mind is like a baby. That's life. I mean, I don't get why people try to alter it. Like, just let it be what it is.
Unfortunately, people don't see it like that.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah. I mean, it could be a little challenging, and I get it. I mean, I was born with, gray hair from a younger age, and as I got older, the silver or the gray hair continued to come out. I choose to color it from here and there just because I just want to do something different, but I'm not doing it for anybody or anyone, nor do I feel like, oh my God, I need to do it because I want to just be a certain way. But again, we're all built different. But at the end of the day, when it's time, it's not going to matter if you have silver, colored hair, locks, dreadlocks, bald head. It's just not going to matter. It's not going to matter. You can't take any of your possessions with you.
Nope.
Right? Some people believe that they are going to come back as something else. Okay, that's cool.
What do you call that? Reincarnation?
Reincarnation.
Right. People do believe in that, though.
Mm-hmm. So, all those worthy possessions, they're just going to either be trashed or
the worldly possessions not gonna matter.
Given to someone else.
Worldly possessions don't matter. What matters is what you done here. Your deeds. Again, your deeds is what counts, not your worldly possessions, your physical worldly possessions.
Mm-hmm. Sierra says, that's how I want to be, the quiet solutionary.
Oh, that's dope. That's quiet cool. Solutionary.
The quiet solutionary. I like that. That's pretty cool.
That's what's up. Think you doing something? The quiet solutionary.
She doing something.
I think she doing something.
She'll go somewhere and take care of her kids. The quiet solutionary.
I'm just picking with you.
Just picking. Yeah, absolutely.
We just having fun.
Mm-hmm. So people, just get on what you need to get on, and get to where you need to go. Stop the BS.
Yeah.
Stop the procrastination. Live your best life to the fullest, whatever it might look like for you, whether it's working in a career somewhere in corporate America, or doing your, having your own business, just whatever it looks like. Just do you and be the best you. Be a good person. And again, work on that healing and that forgiving. It may not necessarily be forgiving for someone else per se, but forgive for yourself. That's what I say. Forgive yourself for things, right?
That's a great way to look at it, though.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the way I see it, because I used to be in a place and space emotionally and mentally like it was everybody else's fault.
It's not everybody's fault.
But it's not, because you have to take a look. When you're pointing, there's a finger. Exactly. There's a finger that's pointing back at you. So you have to, it starts with you. Right. It starts with you. Check, you got to do a self check on yourself.
What's that thing you say? Catch it, check it, change it.
Catch it, check it.
Right.
Catch it, check it, and change it. Do that.
Yeah, I like
that.
Catch
it, check it, and change. Yep. Catch it, check it, and change it. You got to start with you.
Yeah.
If you wonder why, like I've said on my Aisha Speaks Jade podcast, if you wonder why things don't happen right for you a lot of time, you need to start examining yourself, self-examination. Check you and see what's going on with you. Then you can kind of figure some other stuff out. When you keep pointing fingers at everybody else, not saying that sometimes things do happen because of other people, but you also got to look at yourself. Ask yourself, why do I keep getting the negative people or the negative situations happening with yourself?
Because you put yourself in that.
Exactly, because you're not in tune. You're not spiritually in tune. You're not in tune in general.
And you're not trying to avoid those people or situations.
You got to love on yourself, and you got to like yourself. I'm telling you, I've learned that because once upon a time, quick story, I never did. Okay. And so as I've gotten older, I'm starting to check myself. Even if it makes me uncomfortable, I have to check myself. And then once you check yourself, then work on making it better. If you check yourself and you're not going to do nothing, then the same shit just keeps happening.
Yeah.
Same thing just keeps happening.
That's true.
Plus, nobody's going to hand you anything free. You have to work for it. You got to do your research.
Go out here and get it.
You got to go out here and get it. Like what Mikey say, just do it. You got to do it. You got to, right. You got to become uncomfortable, people. Yeah. You got to become uncomfortable.
Put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. What scares you is what you should be doing anyway.
Exactly.
That's usually that's usually how it goes. What you're scared of, what you fear, is what you should do. Yep.
And here,
take those necessary steps.
Exactly. And I'm very transparent about me having a mental disorder, but also with that, I do my very best, and it's not all the time, because I was in my emotions yesterday, and I have been for a few past days about things, but I try my best to not let it consume me for long periods of time, because I'd be damned if I'm going back on 35 to 40 meds ever again in life. Ever.
That's a lot.
Ever.
Of meds.
Ever.
That's a lot of meds.
Ever. I will not. With this gift that I feel that I have with my mental disorder and me just being who I am, I'm going to turn that into something positive, because the world don't give a damn if you have mental illness. The world don't give a damn if you got a physical disability. No. It's harsh to say, but it's true. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. So
no one cares. That's how this world is. It's a selfish world. Every man for himself.
So you have to get out here and you have to do something. One footstep at a time. Take one challenge at a time. I tell people, if you need counseling, need support, get it. Get it. Stop saying, oh, this don't work, that don't work. Some things don't work, but try something else. Try something else. And I'm speaking in general. This is not to a one person, because I'm accountable for myself. Nobody can be accountable for me except for me. So if I want something to happen, then I have to figure out how that's going to happen. And if plan A don't work, then I got to go to plan B. Mm-hmm. But when you get that niche, you better run for it.
Let that work for you.
Let it work for you. Absolutely. So this was good. This was good tonight.
Yeah, good and easy flowing.
Yes, I'm going to enjoy my birthday month I have, except for like yesterday. Again, it was really bad. But this is March, Pisces birthday.
You better enjoy yourself.
This my month. I don't care. I don't care if it do run into the Aries season. March is my month and my season, and I'm going to live it like it's golden.
That's right, like Jill Scott.
That's right, Jilly.
You need to play that for the month.
I know, right?
Live your life like it's golden.
Play some Solange, yes.
Oh man,
for the month of March, gonna play some Solange.
You know what? One thing I forgot to add to this Solange conversation. I noticed when she releases music, she's very calculated. Like, it's on time. Her releases are calculated. Mm-hmm. This is the perfect time to have dropped an album a day after Black History Month. And especially with all this crazy stuff that's going on, that's kind of tame Black History Month, just all this craziness going on in the headlines with different people. I ain't gotta say, because we don't talk about it on our show, and then she comes with this to balance it out.
I kind of like that, because it rolls right into March is
she's so
Women's History Month.
That too, yeah.
March is Women's History Month.
And we're gonna have to do some topics.
We're gonna have to do some
I'm glad
topics.
you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I noticed about Solange. I mean, Beyonce and Solange, they both do the same thing. It just, I feel like Solange to me is more more well thought out.
Oh, thank you, Sierra. Happy B-Day. Thanks, Sierra. It's actually March 6th, guys. But thank you for the early birthdays, girl. I love it. It's all good, girl. Yes, honey.
Yeah. So that's what
that's right.
Yeah, you better celebrate. Keep
on
celebrating.
You know how I do. I celebrate the whole month with whatever I
play that Solange, definitely.
I'm gonna play that Solange for the month of March.
Right.
Starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have listened to some of it, but I'm just gonna play it for the whole month, and I'm gonna put her music out there on my Aisha Speaks Jade as well as my personal page. So
awesome. Yes, I love that album, man. Like, yeah. I mean, it was on time. It was perfect timing.
Absolutely, it was.
And no one was expecting it. That's the whole crazy thing about it.
I love the what is it? The thrill of the unknown, so to speak. Yeah, that's me. That's me as a Pisces. Love the thrill of the unknown, not knowing what's gonna happen, and yeah,
then bam,
here she comes with it. Like, yes.
Yeah, she's serving. I said, okay, she better not be snatching no more edges now. She said, I don't have edges. I mean, she's snatching my dreads. Listen to me. She's snatching my dreads.
Well, I don't have any hair anymore, so she's not snatching too much. She gonna get this little curl that's up here.
So she's snatching baby curls.
She's snatching them baby curls. You know how we used to lay it down with the gel and the grease. Put it down there.
But she's snatching a lot of women.
We got that edge. We had that edge control.
Yeah, that edge control. No, that's Beyonce. She the one snatching wigs and then hair.
Exactly.
Solange, she just keep your hair, moisturized and full of life and healthy. That's what Solange do. Not to say she can't snatch edges, but boy, when she came out with this album, she snatched my dreads. That's for sure. Dread snatch.
Right. We a fool.
That's gonna be my new terminology now. Dread snatch. Everybody talking about, girl, I got my edges snatched, my wig snatched. Nah, my dread snatched.
I'm be like, she snatched my little baby curl. Okay, guys, this was enlightening. It was fun this evening. We appreciate you, Sierra, for getting on.
Yeah, appreciate you, Sierra. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie, for popping in as well. And anybody else who didn't come live, but you still reviewed it, definitely look at the replay. Share. For those of you that didn't catch it, the replay will definitely be available afterwards. Please do the social media if you don't mind.
I really do the social media.
Do the social media.
I'm acting silly today.
Yes.
All right. So you can find us on Instagram, Chit Chat 2 Show Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. We also have.
I'll crack it up.
You got
Sierra cracking up.
Oh, here turned up. So we have a YouTube, We have a YouTube, Chit Chat 2 Show Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications to get updates about our show and what we got going on with it. Make sure you like, comment, share. As far as the comments, give us positive feedback, negative feedback, in between, whatever. It doesn't matter. We appreciate all feedback. Thank you so much. We also have a Twitter, okay? So it's at @CCCS_podcast. Once again, at @CCCS_podcast. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. And, yeah.
What did you say, Twitter?
Yeah, I said Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Facebook, I want to say Facebook. I know we're on it now, but I'm going to say it again. Chit Chat 2, LLC.
Chit Chat 2 Show.
Chit Chat 2 Show, LLC on Facebook. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, okay? Show us some love. And we do have a group, Chit Chat 2 Show Podcast. So join our group, Chit Chat 2 Show Podcast, okay? And we will add you to the group so you be part of the chit chatter group.
That's right. With your tea.
With your tea.
Or wine. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, also, we do have a LinkedIn. So if you have a LinkedIn professional account, because that's what LinkedIn is all about. You have a LinkedIn account. We also are on there, Chit Chat Chew Show. We have a LinkedIn account. Let me sidebar, because that's just what I do. Also, I have a Aisha Speaks Jade Facebook page. Please join there too.
Oh yeah, gotta plug it in.
Aisha Speaks Jade Facebook page. Please go there, like, so you can stay in the know with the my either live audios or live videos. Also, I have a YouTube that you can go to, Aisha Speaks Jade YouTube. I mean, I'll give more social media platforms when I do my own thing on my own page, but I have a YouTube. I will say that I have a YouTube channel, Aisha Speaks Jade. You can go there, hit the notification bell for all alerts and to stay in the know, and you can hit the thumbnail to subscribe. So
absolutely,
I definitely appreciate you and our viewers. Okay, so it's all love. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
We are who we are on this platform, and that is what it is. People accept it, don't accept it. Either way, it's definitely all good, because everything is not for everybody.
Sure not.
Okay, so you are an open-minded person who can agree to disagree about the different topics and conversation that we have. We definitely appreciate you guys, and if you can't, we appreciate you too. It is what it is.
Right.
So I hope that you continue to have an awesome night tonight, wherever you are globally. Have a better tomorrow. Always remember, catch it, check it, change it. Okay? Like the 3 C's.
I like that catch.
Catch it, check it, change it. Self-care, self-care, self-care. That's all I'm going to say. Self-care, self-love, self-respect.
Always first.
Always
Love
first.
yourself first. Care for yourself first.
Absolutely.
Before anybody else.
That's right. Know your worth and your value. Please, people. Absolutely.
Absolutely. All the time. Every day. Know that.
Know that. Know that.
How you say it, Jay? Know that.
Know that. Okay. Okay. Have a good evening, guys. Be blessed, and peace and light.
Take care of yourselves, guys. Good night.
Good night.
Peace.